the last year and a bit, I've been involved in many league races competing on the F124 game, and last weekend I achieved something I'd not done before. Ahead of the release of F125, a league that I'm involved in running called EGRL set up a mini season of 6 races to bridge the gap between the final season on the current game and the first season on the new game. The first weekend of the mini championship saw us take on Monaco and Singapore in 2 25% distance races. We'd only had the one qualifying session in Monaco, with the Singapore grid the reversed finishing order of the first race. I'm not particularly confident around the streets of Monte Carlo and was surprised to find myself P2 ahead of my final effort in qualifying. And so far the lap has been good, but would it be good enough to beat Steph Fee's lap time? Pole position! Come on! What's Steph gonna do? Have I done it? Have I done it? Pole position! With my first pole position in the bag, it was time to get the race underway, and I needed a good start to fend off any heroics into Saint-Devote. After successfully navigating the opening lap, I held the lead until lap 5 when a safety car was deployed. Steph had already pitted, which meant he lost positions to Renz, Mason and Inferno, as we all boxed for hard tyres. Interestingly, Ty stayed out on old mediums. Ty led the restart on lap 8 and I knew I had to be patient and wait for my chance to pass, whilst also keeping Renz behind. Easier said than done. Eventually I found a way through on lap 12, although it was now Mason behind after he'd had contact with Renz. Ty would go on to hold up the rest of the pack, meaning I was nearly 3 seconds clear by the end of lap 12. You may have noticed I trimmed the first corner slightly in my overtake on the Mercedes, which was my second track limits warning, meaning it was crucial I kept my focus and avoided a 3-second time penalty. The Ferrari closed in behind and was on my tail by the penultimate lap, as I made sure I kept it clean, knowing I just needed to nail the X's of Portier and Anthony Nose to hang on to P1. But this whack of the barriers gave Mason wing damage, allowing me to seal the win with relative comfort, achieving my first ever league racing victory. Come on! Yes! 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 I can't believe it.
Well done, Aaron.
Go on, Aaron. You deserve it.
Thank you. Mason, I was driving slower than a slow thing, trying not to get a third warning. Mason picked up his third track limits warning on the final lap, meaning I won by 4 seconds in the end. It also would mean I'd be starting P last in Singapore, but that's a circuit where I have more confidence. Would I be able to pull off a last to first victory? A good start launched me forwards 2 places before an error from Elite Silver handed me another position. Towards the end of the first lap, pole sitter SR Waste collided with Steph, promoting me to P4 by the end of the opening lap. More contact saw Renz have a spin and I was into the podium places, before I passed Ty and SR Waste in quick succession to grab the lead. Then the chaos arrived. Guess who's back in the lead?
Yeah, the mate.
It is. Yeah, this guy's... Oh my god, Ty, what the hell is going on here?
He pushed me, I slid, and then
I've been triple dive bombed.
Aaron's down to 5th.
Ty went flying down the inside, forcing me wide as I eventually fell to 5th, trying desperately not to get any damage. But as we approached the bridge, the bedlam continued with cars sliding around and banging wheels all over the place.
I don't know what to do. That's my own fault there. Trying to avoid it.
Somehow I managed to navigate the carnage and emerge in third behind Steph, who now led, and Ty, who was second. By the start of lap 5 I was losing touch with Steph as my soft tyres began to wear. His mediums were still going strong. Fortune was on my side though, as a safety car was called on that lap, meaning everyone headed to the pit lane for fresh tyres. We all opted for hard tyres to the end of the race. Steph led the restart and I gave chase, gunning for a second victory. I snatched the lead with this pass on the Alpine at turn 7, but some aggressive moves got Steph back in front, although he did have a 3-second time penalty by this point. I recomposed myself and launched my attack for the lead on lap 13, and it looked like I'd grabbed the lead, but this contact and excursion across the runoff area allowed the Alpine driver to stay in front. I decided to set up the move for turn 7 again, and I was determined to have the inside line. I swiftly took the lead and left the others to fight over second. Elite did close in on me in his Aston Martin, but my lead was never in doubt as I sealed back-to-back wins. Oh, there's no Ben here to ruin it all. That's good. Yes! Mason finished second thanks to Elite carrying time penalties for track limits, as Inferno finished ahead of Steph and Renz. Another win means I'm leading the mini championship by 14 points ahead of Mason. I'm obviously very pleased to get my first win, and I'm genuinely shocked that it came at Monaco, my least favourite circuit to drive. Singapore I always felt I had a good chance in because my pace there is reasonably good. Next up we have an Italian doubleheader at Imola and Monza. Can I continue my winning run at 2 historic circuits? We'll have to wait and see. Thanks for watching, you're the best fans, it's bye for now.